Hi there, and welcome to this episode of Consciousness Empowerment. Here, we talk about how to reach our fucking dreams. Too often, the outside world, the physical world, shows limitation, denials, and we must go within to create and allow the bridge of incidences, allow the time and space to mold and unfold into what we desire. Okay, if you're new here, my name is Miguel Martinez Juarez, and a little bit about myself. I went to prison 2 years for a robbery, and in that time, I decided to change my life to become a better person, to be good, to give back. Specifically, I saw myself being in college, and I didn't have a high school education. I went for the first 2 years, but I wasn't really paying attention. And when I got out, I got accepted to UCLA because I went to community college. I studied, I did all the work I had to do, but I saw it in my vision when I was incarcerated. So I am a testimony to the law of assumption, to the law of attraction, to what Neville Goddard talks about. And that's what we're going to talk about right now in this video. Okay, Power of Awareness, chapter 23, the last story. Okay, story number 8. Okay, before we get started, I want you to make a conscious choice to be and become the best fucking version of yourself, meaning what you truly desire. When I was incarcerated, all I wanted to do was be a college student because I wanted to be a good person. I wanted to go to college. That was it. It wasn't like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna like maybe become an electrician. Nothing wrong with being an electrician, but I was an electrician before I got incarcerated. I was working with a friend of mine who I got connected with at that time, and I could have reconnected. I could have tried to reconnect, but that wasn't in my heart. It wasn't a desire. Okay. And I was reading the Kabbalah, the Zohar, and in the Kabbalah it states that desire is something that God, not only you want, but that God wants. If it's something that's for the greater good, it's something that you and God want. If it's something just egotistical, it's just for you, sometimes it's usually that stuff that harms people, you know? Because if you rob somebody, egotistical. If you lie to somebody, egotistical. If you hurt somebody, bully somebody, egotistical. You're not thinking about the greater good. But I digress. I share that because I understand the consequences and the actions of doing negative and doing positive. Twofold. Okay? Make that conscious choice. Do you want to be the best version of yourself and go after what you truly desire in your heart? Number 2, be ready to learn and apply. This will not change your life if you don't apply it. You have to apply it. People may think you're cuckoo if you tell them about this stuff, but I don't. Neville Goddard doesn't. Other people in the comment sections, other people in other videos in their comment sections, check out House of Vibrations. Check out Brendan Wood. I think, and on TikTok is Brendan Woods. I think Woods or just Wood, manifesting. But he's also a good guy. He's also a great guy because it resonates. It hits me right here in the heart. So this story, I didn't highlight anything. Okay, I'm gonna get started. The reason I didn't highlight anything, it's such a well-written story. Neville Goddard really did a good job on that shit. It's really good. So I'm gonna break it down in a nutshell, or what I'm gonna do my best to do. He says that a couple who went to multiple of his seminars told him about this story. What happened was they wanted a new home, so they decided they wanted a condo. Right? They wanted a new Is it a condo? Let me double check. A condo or it's a. They wanted a larger apartment. I think that's what they said. Okay, but I'm going away from the meaning of the story. They wanted a larger apartment, and the couple didn't share this with themselves. Okay, so they got a penthouse. They wanted a penthouse. They wanted a penthouse. That's the word that Neville uses. And so the couple decided they wanted three things in that house. They wanted a beautiful view. Okay, they wanted a good view. My leg is itching. Beautiful view. They wanted a fireplace. Mandatory had to have a fireplace. And then in one of the rooms, the wife wanted it to be a mirror, like from the floor to the ceiling, a mirror. So they, in imagination, before they went to sleep, they saw themselves doing things there. The husband saw himself going to sleep in it. He saw himself walk to the window and seeing the view, because the husband is the one who wanted that. You know, they saw themselves entertaining guests there before they went to sleep, and then they went off into sleep, assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, living from the end. Okay, they were living from the end because they went to sleep in the consciousness of that situation. You can do that right fucking now. You can say, I am this, or see yourself in, your condo, your mansion, or your new home, or your new apartment. See yourself there. I manifested this apartment actually by washing dishes in it. I will see myself washing dishes in it. I was washing the dishes. I saw it actually it's weird because I saw it from outside and from inside. So from an outside perspective, I saw like my body washing it, and then I saw it from the first person perspective. I was just washing the dishes, I was washing the dishes, and I knew in my heart I have a new apartment, and I did that days on days on end because I knew what I didn't want. Okay, when you know what you don't want, you can manifest easily. Okay, because you don't desire a certain situation, so you make that awesome commitment. Okay, yeah. So they did that in imagination, and they got denied. This is why a story is so good, because they got denied for one that they wanted. It didn't have the price that they wanted, but it had what they wanted, right? So they're like, okay, let's talk to the owners, and they spoke with the owners and let them know that, hey, we'll pay a little bit more, and if you let us have the apartment. And they never got back to them. So they're, in the circumstance, they're being denied. So they're like, shit, what the fuck? But they're like, hey, we know the law. We know the law of assumption. Let's keep on doing it. They kept on doing it. And then one day, one of the workers at their apartment told them, hey, the penthouse above has been vacant, and we haven't told anybody about it. Okay, so they're like, okay. And so they went to go talk to the management and told the manager, hey, we heard the penthouse is vacant. We would like to take it. And they said, no, 2 times now, denied. But they kept on assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. As they fell asleep, they went to sleep feeling they already were in that penthouse. They were sleeping in it. They were looking out the window from it when they woke up in their imagination, and they were entertaining guests in their imagination. And they had more conversations with the management, even though the management said, hey, no, there's a long list, and it's been promised to a family. They were having meetings about getting them into the penthouse. And ultimately, they got the penthouse that was in their own apartment building, and it had the fireplace. It had the amazing view. They were in New York, so it had a great view of New York, north, west, and south. And they had a room with a full mirror from the bottom to the top. They manifested it. So it's a great story. I recommend you read it. It's a if you like reading stories and entertaining yourself, that's a good story to read. All these stories are good to read. It's actually good for just entertainment purposes and impressing your subconscious mind on how the law of assumption works, because these stories are very fun to read. They're not like the other chapters. They're more like lecture format. like if you're going to a college course or a classroom, you know, you're being taught by Neville. These are the ways in which you manifest, have your desire, relax, lay down or sit down, right? And then it'll manifest. Be patient, be persistent. That's how he talks about the law of assumption in most of his chapters. In this chapter of the stories, which is now, this is the final story. We're going to go on to the next chapter tomorrow. And he's telling a story. These, you know, this couple or this kid, they came to me, they told me about this, and you know, the mom said no, and he, you know, he still did it. And then I got a call next week, and he manifested X, Y, and Z because he would fall asleep doing what he wanted to do, you know, with being in possession of what he wanted, not feeling the lack of it, feeling he already had it and falling asleep in that, okay, and feeling the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So that's it for this episode. Let me know what you liked about it. Comment below. I went over how they both, without telling each other, were sleeping in the penthouse that they wanted. So they were assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled and visualizing the wish fulfilled already. Visualizing and assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled because they were entertaining, they were living in it. They were touching the windowsill and things like that in imagination. Okay, and they persisted. Despite the denials, twice they were denied, okay, for an apartment that they liked. And they persisted and they manifested the exact details of their dreams. And that's what you can do with your goal, okay? Despite the physical circumstances, the denials, okay? Despite the denials, okay, maybe you're talking to girls or guys who, you know, because you're trying to find a partner, a girlfriend, a husband, and it's not happening. Keep on persisting, okay? Keep on is persisting, but keep on visualizing the end. See yourself in possession with that, you know, with a partner. Maybe it's money. Maybe your bank account has zero or a negative, or you owe. So what you have to do is see the opposite. Visualize your bank account with money in, you know, the certain amount that you want. See that amount. And then I'm already seeing the amount right now. It's kind of like you know, I see the top here and I see the video here as I'm speaking with you. See it and know that you have it. You have it now. Assume the feeling of having it now, or just the confidence and consciousness of it. Because we're talking about consciousness here. Your state right now is your current consciousness, but the other consciousness that you're manifesting is a different consciousness. Okay, so it's a level of consciousness that we are letting go of the past and assuming one now, the one that's going to manifest, okay? It's a switch in consciousness. These are all states of consciousness. The love, the money, the health is another state of consciousness, and we can live in different states of consciousness. The health, okay, maybe you're sick right now, you got hurt, you can't move your hand, you can't lift it, or your leg, or what have you. Get in a relaxed state. This one is very important because it's hard to manifest when your body, your physical body is in pain, okay? Because money and love, it's kind of something outside that you can see. Health you really can't see because it's like in you, or if it's a physical thing, you could see it. So it's a little different, right? For everybody. So get in a comfortable state. See yourself doing something that means that you are healthy. What would you do were you in Florida, right? This is from the story about Florida. What would you do were you already in that relationship with that money, with that health? What would you do? What is yourself doing, okay? So right now, let's practice. This is all part of the manifestation process. You were here, you were brought here to allow yourself to create that desire in the physical, okay? You already have it. The moment you visualize it, you have it. So now you're harboring the idea, persisting in the wish fulfilled. This is the persistence. All right. What is this? What's something that you deeply, deeply want? Okay. What would you do were you already in Florida? What would you do were you already in possession of it? Okay. Were you in possession of it already? Okay. You're in possession of it now. Right? Good. Okay, you're seeing what you're doing. You can see the kind of like you're seeing me, and you can see yourself doing it already. Having it already. Okay. So now let's take a few deep breaths. Expand your stomach. Exhale. Push your stomach in slightly. Let's do it again. Inhale. Round the stomach. Exhale. Push your stomach in slightly. Now, a deep breath. Hold it for 1 second. Exhale. Slowly push your stomach in. Now close your eyes. See yourself doing what you would do were you already in possession of your desire. And take a deep breath. You can suck in a little bit through your mouth. And now exhale. Push your stomach in. Run it again. Run it. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now feel the feelings of having it. How do you feel now that you have it? See it in your mind. Run it again. How do you feel now that you have it? You should feel relief. And gratitude. Relief, happiness, gratitude. These are all feelings you should be feeling. Okay, I hope you like this one. Be sure to set a program for yourself where you can sit down and visualize like I just did, like we just did, morning, midday, nighttime, or a time when you can do it. Okay. There's times where you can do it standing up. You're waiting in line for something. Maybe you wait in line or you do something during the day where you have to wait, like you have like 10 minutes to just wait for that to be done. Then visualize during that time. Standing up. Remember the story of the I think it was Neville Goddard's relative who would see the sign with his family's company on there. Took 2 years for him to do that, but he would do that every time he would walk by it. Going to work, he would walk by, he'll see it in his mind. And then someone came, gave him the money, gave him a loan, and they had it. 0. Thoughts and feelings are free. So therefore everything is free. Just make the decision that you want it. I made the decision to go to college. I ended up going to university, UCLA. I didn't choose UCLA. I just knew I wanted to go there. But because I had this great feeling of success in my mind, in my heart, my mind and heart, I knew when I saw myself walking on the campus, being in the classroom, that I was successful. I knew I was successful. I was good. I was protected by God. Everything was good. And so it unfolded that way. I didn't think about the money and where the money was going to come from. I just knew I had it. So I deeply, deeply had a desire for it. And the money came. Every time. I hope you like this one. Until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment below something you want me to expand on. And this book is almost ending. We have like 2 more chapters, I believe. Okay. And if this resonated with somebody that you love, that somebody that came into your mind that you love and deeply fucking care about, share it with them. Okay. I love you. Until next time, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.